VVytch. Book 1. The Lich. Volume 1. Black Tragedy. Chapter 4. Black Tragedy. September 19, 459 BME to October 31, 461 BME. Fragment 42. A fox meets a witch.
You will be visited by a stranger. Trust her, listen to her and obey her.
Eve woke up, the room was dark, it smelled musty and damp. She stood up from the bed and began etching more symbols into the floor. She had started a week ago. There were hundreds of them all carved into the wood planks. Since she couldn't get the nightmares to stop, she decided to study the symbols she kept seeing as Lilith had suggested. She started with paper, but she felt after a month that paper was the wrong way to study them. She needed to feel them. Know every twist and turn of each symbol. She pulled the gemstone necklace into her hand from the bin she had burned the Book of the Gods in, the ashes smudging the once beautiful green. She took a deep breath, then, just as Syria's notes had instructed, she pushed her soul outward. A vibrant white aura burst forward and she smiled maliciously as the symbols illuminated around her. Vera finally made it to Ashwood, a small town at the northwestern foothills of the Queen's Crown Mountains. She had come to the conclusion that this was the town Vera had been leading her to after a vision flashed through her dreams during her journey from Myopia. After all the time she had spent with Vera, she knew a good amount of where the forest met up with the human kingdom. She had seen the great pine trees and dense fog over and over again in her dreams, so it was only a matter of pinpointing the exact location of the town. As she approached the town, she saw a young woman in a pair of tight black shorts and a tight-fitting black shirt jogging along the road. She had her hood up, but being a Firen, she stood out like a goblin in a pack of Orson. She slowed her horse and approached the girl cautiously.
"Excuse me, I'm looking for the Black family. Do they live in this town?"
she asked, and the girl froze in her tracks. The girl turned around and looked at Vera with a deep intensity.
"Who's asking?"
she replied.
"My name is VVytch. You may not believe me when I say this, but I have been sent by a dream to help the Black family silence their nightmares,"
Vera replied.
"You're right, I don't believe you. You glow with the energy of a killer. Your eye has been burned, I'm guessing, in a fight with one of your fellow beasts, and you carry a sword, bow, arrows, and from your arms to your feet you have several knives, throwing weapons and poisons," the girl shot out. Vera frowned and placed her hand on her sword's hilt.
"It's dangerous out on the road. Lots of things looking for easy prey out there. Goblin, massive elkas with armor made from their victims' bones and sting ants, giant insects with blades for arms and poison so powerful you die the instant it enters your body,"
Vera replied, not backing down from her ready posture above her sword.
"I'm Lilith Black. I will take you to my home, but I can't guarantee that you will be welcome,"
she said. They came to the door and Lilith opened it. Vera followed her in, but kept her guard up. The small home seemed warm and welcoming in the main room and kitchen, but Vera was picking up on some extremely dark energy emanating from the first door you see when entering the house. It hit her just the same as when she first met Vera, but this was much different. She pushed it off for now and stood in the living room.
"Mother, there is someone here to see you,"
Lilith called out to the door. She stepped away from the door and came back into the living room. Another few minutes passed in silence and then the door opened. Vera focused her mind on every strand of color emanating from the room as a beautiful middle-aged woman in a pristine black dress exited.
"Ah, I see my daughter has brought home a pet,"
Eve said, putting the meanest taint to claiming the girl before her as her child. Vera felt sick. The pure dark energy this woman surrounded herself in was nearly overwhelming her.
"My name is
Vera." "Yes, I know."
Eve interrupted Vera before she could finish her sentence.
"It's ironic how she chose you of all the beings in Valsilla,"
Eve said.
"You knew I was coming?"
Vera asked, preparing to expand her color.
There's no need for that, my friend. Yes, my dreams have been speaking to me. I was told to expect a stranger 3 months ago and that you would be a one-eyed fox. I expected a fox, not a beast, but you will do fine,
Eve said, raising an arm to calm her guest's nerves.
I take it you can feel the darkness. You are here not to heal us of our nightmares but to translate the symbols I have been plagued with for years,
Eve said, smirking with a deep and malicious smile.
You want me to translate symbols I've never seen? For what purpose?
Vera asked in response.
Yes, with your magic. I assume you know VVytch from your past, am I right?
Eve replied.
If this is my purpose here, then I shall do as you ask,
Vera said. Lilith watched the two walk into Eve's bedroom and closed the door. Lilith rushed to her bed and placed her head to the wall to hear what was happening in her mother's room.
You have no idea what you're getting into, do you? This is on a level far greater than anything I can do on my own,
Vera said, muffled by the wall.
I have some understanding but I need guidance,
Eve replied.
And you expect me to train you?
My goal is to better my understanding of magic, and I have been gifted with the power to see our queen. Humans can learn magic, it just takes a great sacrifice,
Eve said with sudden intensity.
I will see what I can do, but it's not going to be easy,
Vera replied, not showing any signs of fear. Hours passed by in silence, and finally the door opened and Vera stepped out into the front room. She looked sick and dizzy, but she walked confidently.
We will continue this in the morning,
she said, and left the house. Lilith waited for Vera to leave, then opened her mother's door and gasped at the scene. Eve was sitting on the floor in the center of a giant symbol made from hundreds of smaller symbols, each unique, excluding the occasional repeat here or there. Hundreds of pages of notes and drawings lay around her with several candles all burning.
I have learned great things the past few years, my daughter. You were right, a god has given us these gifts,
Eve replied, and Lilith smiled as she saw her mother begin to glow, the gemstone pulsing to life in her hand.